Okay guys, so let's just get started here. So first I am going to apply a little bit of the Professional Primer to my nose and my forehead and my chin, any areas that I have any enlarged pores. The box that it came in was absolutely beautiful. It was like wrapped nicely. You know, it had a couple free samples in there, so I had never ordered from the actual Nars Cosmetics website, so I was really impressed, but it just came out a few days ago on the Nars website and in Nars boutiques, so I ordered it from there because I know it's new, and I was really interested to try it because I have tried some Nars products before. I've never tried any of their foundations, and I just kind of wanted to get a feel on like if I liked it or not. And so this is called the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. So I saw Natural, Radiant, and Longwear. Like, I love all three of those things. So I kind of wanted to put it to the test and see how this worked out for me. And also because I'm super fair, like I want to start making more videos for people that are fair, because I am super white, and sometimes it's really hard to find like the correct foundation, especially the drugstore and sometimes even high-end. So I kind of want to see how this works out. So I got the shade Light 1 Oslo. And yeah, the box that it comes in is pretty nice. So let's just kind of open this up and see what we think here. So it comes also in like another cardboard container thing. And then this is the actual bottle. It has definitely some weight to it. Glass bottle, nice sleek black cap, which I like. It's simple, and it also has a pump, which I absolutely love. I really don't like when foundations don't have pumps, because then it gets everywhere and then you use too much foundation and it's just a disaster. So I just went with the lightest shade because it said, I believe, very fair with pink undertones, which is what I am. So I'm interested to see the shade. Just eyeballing it looks like it'll match me pretty well. But yeah, so I'm going to apply half on my face with a beauty blender and half with a brush. Without further ado, let's try this out. So I'm going to apply a few pumps to the back of my hand. The pumps that the amount it actually pumps out is like really small, so maybe you don't need as much. I'm gonna kind of start with about 3 pumps, which is about, I don't know, this on half of my face, and I'm going to apply the beauty blender side on this side. First, I really have to say this has like really nice coverage, and the shade looks pretty good. If anything, it actually might even be the slightest bit light, but I can definitely apply bronzer. I always have a problem with being too dark, so I feel like that's a very easy fix for me. And I think it's applying really well with the beauty blender. I don't think it's soaking up, you know, that much product. Definitely get it in your hairline, don't forget that. Yeah, it definitely, actually, looking down at my neck might be a little bit too light. So, but I don't think it's like ghostly. Like, I'm gonna put blush, bronzer, highlighter on, and normally it doesn't matter, but it doesn't necessarily look, I wouldn't call it radiant. I think it kind of has like a natural, almost a satin finish, but this blended out really easily. I used about half of what was on my hand, and yeah, I really like how it's sitting on my skin. It doesn't look like it's accentuating like any pores. I think it does look pretty natural. On the brush side, I'm gonna go in with the Makeup Geek face buffer brush. So any flat top, you know, blender brush you use for your face makeup product besides that. Yeah, let's start off with that. Just kind of gonna stipple it on my skin. I don't actually think this applies that bad with a brush. But this is kind of blending out like a dream. Oh my gosh. I feel like I got maybe a little bit better coverage on the Beauty Blender side. Yeah, I really don't think this is necessarily like dewy radiant by any means. I think it's actually more of like a satin kind of finish. I mean, it looks good. Just a little bit more. I feel like you can kind of see a little bit of redness on my nose still. If you prefer a brush and you like using brushes, I don't think this is like, this looks bad at all. So I'm just being like super critical because I want you guys to kind of get a good feel before you buy it, just because it is $49. That's, you know, a lot for a foundation. Definitely agree with the claim for it to be really natural. Okay, introducing Nars' first 16-hour foundation that stays turned on by the power of radiance. Untraceable, unstoppable. Unlike anything else, Longwear is finally lightweight and radiant. High coverage is now supernatural. Its breathable, fade-resistant formula is infused with raspberry, apple, and watermelon extracts to help smooth and improve the look of your skin instantly and over time for full-powered radiance. It wears longer, stays stronger, and looks better with each hour. Specialized skin matching technology ensures your truest match yet. Your future looks radiant with the natural radiant Longwear foundation. It says ideal for medium to full buildable coverage. I definitely think medium to full and buildable, because like a couple spots like on my nose I built it up and I don't think it looked cakey. I think it looked really natural. I think it looks really good. I'm gonna apply my concealer and like powder over that, and then I'm gonna go do the rest of my makeup and come back and let you know like what I thought. So for the concealer, I start off with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Neutralizer shade and put this under my eyes. And then of course, gotta go in with Tarte Shape Tape under my eyes. And I'm also gonna put a little bit on my eyelids, my chin, my forehead, and the bridge of my nose. And so far, I think the concealer's blending in with the foundation really well. Kind of dryness on my forehead. I don't know if it's just I need to be using a different moisturizer, or if it's just because it's super cold out right now. But it's nothing major by any means. So let me apply some powder and then I'm going to go do the rest of my makeup. So I always apply my Rimmel Stay Matte powder first. I always apply that with like a tapered powder brush under my and see how it works, how well it works with my like laugh lines, because sometimes with foundations it'll kind of crease there and create a little bit of a line. So definitely see that, like a pressed powder. And then before I go and do like eyeshadow, I'll go in with a little bit of the RCMA No Color translucent powder and go in under my eyes just in case there's any like fallout or anything. And then sometimes I'll even go in like on my laugh lines, because if I bake that area where I already put pressed powder, it like locks it in. These are just the steps I take every day. Then, you know, I'm just gonna go with my normal routine and see how this works. Now that I'm looking, I don't think it's necessarily like too dark. I think maybe when I just first applied it, maybe it oxidized a little bit. I will come back and let you know how like blush, bronzer, highlighter blended, and let you know my thoughts. And then I will check in with you guys at the end of the night and let you know my final thoughts. So I will be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back. I applied the rest of my makeup. There was one thing I forgot to tell you guys before. Check-in time was, it's now 4:18, but I finished applying the foundation at about 3:45, so let's call that the first check-in time. Still have the same opinion. I still think it looks really pretty, but if I'm gonna be like super critical, I feel like in between my eyebrows and like slightly on this like forehead area is just like the teeniest little bit dry. But so I would definitely not call this like a super radiant foundation. So far so good. I think it had really nice coverage. I think it definitely feels luxurious. It definitely doesn't feel like some cheap foundation. Like I think this is like a winner. Like I could just see myself using this every day just because it felt so lightweight and natural on the skin, but yet it gave me like the coverage that I wanted, and it wasn't too dry. I mean, it wasn't necessarily like the most dewy one, but you get what I'm saying. So I will check in with you guys at the end of the night, and I will like let you know what I think, how it wore, and yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys a little bit later in the night. Hey guys, so I'm back for the final check-in. It is currently 12:52 a.m. and I am exhausted and ready for bed. So I figured this was a good time. I've now had the foundation on for 8-9 hours approximately, which I think is what I do have to say is that I really enjoyed this. I think it's worth the money. I did notice a little bit of fading on my nose and my chin, but I noticed that with a lot of foundations. Like, I don't know, you eat something messy, you go out to dinner or something. Sometimes I just notice that fading on my chin and on my nose, but it's nothing, I'd say, like significant. I really would have to say I recommend this foundation. Lucky I don't worry that much about staying power because it's so dry and it's so, you know, cold. And so maybe if you were in a more warm environment, that might be different, but all thoughts, I just kind of wanted to let you guys know it's pretty late, so I'm ready to get ready for bed. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe and leave any comments down below and any future videos you guys would like to see, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!